Hi guys, it's Brittany and I am here to chat with you about making more money, finding more fulfillment, and developing yourself and your team in the process. And I just had to share today, I got off the phone with a great friend of mine and I just felt too inspired not to share. So we were chatting about leadership, which is something that I have become absolutely obsessed with. What does it look like in your personal life? What does it look like in your professional life? How do you develop it? What attributes are most tied to it, and I'm having this super nerdy conversation with my friend who also works in this space, and we put together this idea about how leadership happens from the inside out. And we were discussing that you cannot be a great leader if you do not have yourself, your personal shit together, right? You will only be so good for your team and for your business. That doesn't mean there's absolutely no hope for you, but the idea of just teaching somebody a tool or a tactic to employ to their team will not be effective. Leadership is just not that simple that you just read this book and now you know how to communicate with your team or be confident or whatever. It is this total inside out job. And so, what do you start with? Like, what does that even mean? Well, we don't have this idea totally sussed out yet, but we were excited to start sharing these ideas about, what does leadership look like in your personal life and how it's tied to all these parallels in your professional life too. Think about a time when it just felt like everything was going wrong, right? Like maybe you were having a fight with your spouse and then like some project went terribly at work. These things aren't coincidences. And the more and more you dive into it, you see how you show up is what you get out of something. So however you're showing up at home is likely related to the outcomes you're getting. How you're showing up at work is related to the kind of the way that things are going at work, right? Or how well your team is progressing on a project or whatnot. And we love to believe that, oh, I'm just having a bad week. This isn't my month. These people on my team are not, what I need. But if we start with ourselves, we can see these situations, these problems totally different. We can see what we did that got us here, right? And they don't happen in isolation. I'm not saying you are responsible. You're the sole reason why everything is happening, whether good or bad in your life. But we all play a role in it. And so by starting with you, by starting with what's inside, like what's going on for you, what is the makeup of your mindset, of your stories, of your narrative that you bring with you everywhere you go. And only from there can we build upon that to get a better understanding of how you communicate, the things you're doing excellently, the things that need further development, where you shy away from that development. All of these things require us to more fully dive in. And, this is so exciting to me because we all have control over this. We can't necessarily all go to the coolest leadership workshops or have a team in front of us that's going to be awesome and listen to everything we say, but we can start with us. We can start from the inside. And, I just wanted to share with you today because I was so inspired about this idea of thinking about leadership from the inside out. So I want to hear from you. I want to hear, what are your favorite insights about leadership? What has changed the way that you see leadership in your life, in your job? Is there something that happened? Did you have a magic insight that changed everything? Did somebody teach you something that changed it? I would love to hear what those things are. Also, if you want to hear from me about certain aspects on leadership, specific tools or tactics to help build this, send me a message. Let me know exactly what those things are, and we can totally dive into that. I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback soon in the comment section of this video or in a private message or email. Reach out to me however you can, because I would love to get these stories and get some responses out there to you soon. So all the best in your endeavors and your future leadership journey. Thank you so much.